Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just Booling. I'm Saint, and joining me as always is my boy Wonder.
What up? What up?
Today's gonna be a pretty interesting episode. We can have some thoughts, and I want
Oh
to go ahead
man,
and get this one out of the way, just because I'm ready to be done with it. Dune.
lay it on me, Saint. Lay it on me.
I, for the most part, enjoyed the episode. If we exclude the parts I'm about to mention,
hmm
when it came to like the battles and the fighting and the placing his name Desmond, right? It's Desmond.
Yeah, Desmond Hart.
Placing Desmond on the council and then that whatever. Like, you expect that to go. I was looking for when I knew they were going after, because they're basically going after each other, to be honest.
hmm
Desmond is going after the Truesayers, and the Truesayers are trying to kill him. I enjoy that aspect of it. I enjoy that, back and forth, you know, they're out to get each other. This is going to be cool type shit. All right, I can see them driving this story home. I would have, and it's the unnecessary, like, okay, before I forget. Also, I really enjoyed the whole fucking, obviously this is a spoiler cast too, because y'all should have watched it. It's now Monday. Um, Old girl coming back to life as the original mother,
Oh
like
yeah, Sister Raquella. That shit was
that
cool as fuck, bro.
that was cool. I was like, man, this is okay, cool. Give
Bro,
me
the way she she just woke up and started taking charge. Like I love the immediate tone shift in the way she talked. Like the way she talked to fucking Tula. Like
it
you
is,
just a messy. Like you're still messy.
and that's crazy because like it gets, again, the tone was just, she's told them what to do, and they literally, without even thinking it, and even their body just moved. That kind
There's even a
to
moment.
command that kind of, your presence, having that kind of command is crazy.
There's even a moment in the episode right when when Jen brings her down and like Tula realizes who the fuck this is. Um, she said I forget what she says to her, but she to the effect of like, I see you're still doing things the old way,
Hmm.
and like basically chastising her. And for a moment, Tula has to like catch herself because she goes back into that same mindset of you know being instructed by an older sister, even though I don't think she actually met Raquel. Um, but she's like being instructed by an older person of their order, and she has to catch herself, and you get to see the uncomfortableness of the moment play out on her face, and I fucking loved it.
And I thought that whole scene, that whole storyline was great. You thought you were bringing back this child who you basically killed, and and bring her back to life, and you end up resuscitating or bringing back to life her great great grandmother, like the founder of the True Slayer. So you can only know what, in my mind when I'm watching, it's like, man, I only can tell what kind of spin that's gonna put once fucking Valia finds out XYZ, yada yada yada. Because
Right.
old fucking snitchity bitch, she gonna fucking go run and tell. I can't remember her name, but old
To my
girl even dismissed her and she went away
to my
almost.
I can't remember her name. The
Yeah,
super old lady.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So,
I I can't stand her. I can't stand the Asian girl.
that's because that's
That's
only one. That's only one sister you got eyes for, and that's Miss Tula.
shut up. But I can't stand the Asian chick. I can't stand Jen. Oh my god, I'm so sick of her. But she's a good character, so I'm just like I'm cool with it. But like, oh, I can't stand her.
Jen
And
is the one that was helping out with her before she woke up as a grandmother, right?
yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. I
and
don't dislike her character because she's not drone. I'm doing the exact same thing as all the other sisters, so I'm liking her. And who's the shape shifting one? I like her too. Theodosia.
Theodosia.
Theodosia. I like her too.
Yeah, I like Theodosia. I don't like Jen because too much of a she's too nosy and too much of a busybody. Like she just bitch, do what you're told. Like, good God.
Yeah, there are moments where it's like you being as intelligent as you are, know that like there's times you don't interject, and there's times you don't say things.
Yeah,
But for us, the episode, if you count that storyline about fucking bringing the girl back to life, but she's really her grandmother's consciousness, can't wait for to see what happened. Sisters dissemination within the ranks of the sisters, can't wait. Because the Freeman girl, she came there and she came back, and so she's has no place to go. So I'm curious what they're gonna do with her.
well,
And then
they sent her back to Iraqis.
okay. I think maybe I did hear that. But so with the storyline about the bringing the little girl back and she's her grandmother, and then the actual fighting scenes and Desmond and Valia going after each other, or Desmond and the Trades dude going after each other, I thought it was
Hmm.
great. Great part of the episode. I even thought it was fine when they brought Constantine's mother back, and we revealed that she's a sister, and she's
That was very
um,
cool. Yeah,
that was really cool. That tension, you know, having some answers revealed, because everyone's, I'm sure, was curious. Oh, I guess who's his mother? His mother's got to be someone. His father kept him around. He's not in some fucking backwoods and whatever. He's got kept. So who's his mother? How important is his mother? That the
right.
kid's still there, but that's neither here nor there. So having her introduced, having to see the tension between her and the queen, I thought it was fucking great. But then when the lovey-dovey eyes fucking started, man, I was like, okay, come on, man, you doing this. I get it. I get where it's been going. Old flames, I understand, but y'all at dinner, why are you looking at her like that when your wife's and she was hot the
I'm,
entire time?
oh yeah, she was mad. I'm,
So
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
oh
Go
no,
ahead.
so all of that happening, whatever, upset me, because I'm like, come on, man, like y'all kissing, come on. And then when the queen goes and she fucking starts to fuck Desmond, I'm like, okay, like I get you being upset that the lady is there, but at the same time, you have no idea, you have no fucking idea if anything's happening between that woman and your husband right now. And so
Yeah,
for you to just leave the dinner because their son is given a position of power, which really doesn't affect you at fucking all. Fucking death mission on fucking Iraqis. Everyone knows what's gonna fucking happen to the kid. So you
yeah,
upset, you storm off instead of sitting there and, oh, we gotta maintain appearances, we gotta do this, do that, whatever. You go fuck Desmond. That's fucking crazy to me. I think the reveal of who Desmond really is, and him being
that
Tula's
was
son, I think it was really good. But coming off of him fucking the queen, it's weird. Like,
yeah,
yeah, that transition was crazy. Y'all could have got all that fucking out in the beginning, and then had, like, something happen to Desmond. He get blown up. The fucking results fucking finally come back while he's fucking recuperating. The scene fucking goes on to him all bloody or whatever, or healing or whatever, because didn't seem like anything was wrong with him. So like healing or whatever, you go to his face, and then you go switch back to Tula, and then it says, oh, he's harkening and a traded. You be like, oh fuck, that was cool, but not when the fucking
yeah,
queen riding him, man. Come on. So
yeah.
overall, excluding the queen and Desmond, and excluding the king and his baby mama, like, I would give the episode a solid 7. And all of it combined, it takes it back down to like a 5, because those moments ruin the momentum of the episode for
Yeah.
me.
Yep. I
That's
gotta
my
give it to
that's
you.
my that's my rant on that. Go ahead, and I want you to, and when you get done with yours, I want you to answer the question that I want you to answer about the future of the series for us. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Um, so my rant about this episode. Um, I'm kind of a purist. Um, whatever kind of concoction the show is at the beginning, keep it like that. Like keep not so much like the elements, but keep the vibe of it, right? Keep keep the vibe, stay within the aesthetics. People have a hard time doing that now. Whenever they come up with a rule of how like magic works in the world or whatever, or especially nowadays, if there is an established way the magic works, for some weird reason, somebody's got to fuck with it and make it
Oh, oh,
different.
oh, instead of it being a wand, it's a fucking bendy straw.
Yeah, or something weird, just arbitrary, just to be different. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. What I also hate is jamming weird tropes into places just because you want them there. Why is everybody fucking everybody in this thing?
That's crazy to me.
This is coming from somebody whose one of their favorite kung fu movies is House of Flying Daggers.
There's a lot of fucking in
I
that.
saw I huh?
A lot of
No,
fucking
it's
in
not.
that.
It's a love story. It's a love it's the one of the most tragic love triangles you have ever seen. We'll talk about it off our podcast because it is one of my
House of
favorite
Flying
movies.
Dragon. I would like to watch it with you.
No, yeah, House of Flying Daggers. It's a wuxia movie.
Daggers, daggers. Okay, got it, got
Yeah.
it.
Um, I also sat through every season of Inuyasha back when it was on Adult Swim, so I had to watch a bunch of reruns. So I'm cool with like switching up my intake. Like I'm not. I am a
Real,
adrenaline
real,
junkie as far as like fight anime and action and shit like that.
real
But I
quick.
am I am not opposed to melding it, especially when it's good. Go ahead.
I'm just quick question, Inuyasha, because you just said that, and that's why I know you know because you don't forget shit. So I watched Inuyasha, but again, this is we watched this this shit when we were young and Aaron. I haven't seen Inuyasha in years. So Kagome, the teenage girl that came, right?
Hmm.
She was the reincarnation of his soulmate, correct?
Yes, Kikyo.
Hikio. Okay. So who's the other one that he kisses?
Girl that he kisses.
Yeah, it's not Kagome. It's another girl. She's dressed like I can't. I saw a TikTok about when Kagome saw Inuyasha kissing, but I cannot remember the name of the girl he kissed. But
Mm,
she looked like the overt. And yeah, I don't know. I'll be googling. I'll figure it out and I'll get
okay.
back to you. All right,
I'm
so
about
go
to say
ahead.
'cause there are a
You
couple of
you
possible characters, but yeah.
you were
So
saying you can change it up.
yeah, I have no problem changing it up. I love Case Close just as much as I loved Full Metal Alchemist, just as much as I loved Trigun, just as much as I loved, Reign the Conqueror and Ghost in the Shell and Crayon Shin-chan and Super Milk Chan too. So like it is what it is. That being said, why are we fucking in this show? Like, why does everybody have to have some weird kind of pseudo sexual like thing? Why is everybody in modern Hollywood so preoccupied with sexual power dynamics?
I don't get it.
Like, stop making it weird. There was literally no reason why you had to have the queen kiss Desmond Hart. There was no
Hey,
reason,
hey,
and I won't excuse it. I won't excuse
you
it.
could have had her kiss him and the storyline
No,
not be he's no I
no,
get but no you could have had him like had them have a relationship but not tie in the whole fucking Desmond is related to Harkin or whatever. I feel like it's wasted.
no. I'm vehemently against that. For what reason? What purpose does it serve?
Him being
That you don't shoehorn it in there. You have as soon as they get together, you then have to follow that plot. That plot is not natural,
oh well
is
they
what I'm
get together.
saying. Yeah, like you have to keep constructing something to make that work. Nothing we had seen up until that point said anything like they were going to get together. She was intrigued by his power. Yes, there was a weird sort of reverence there. Yes, but until she like walked up to him and you like Saint was like he heard me groan. I was like, oh come on, not this. Please no. Honestly, I can excuse the whole Carino thing, even though that's kind of weird too. With the Emperor and his old flame. Like, why she just showing up, putting hands on the motherfucker, but whatever.
Weird, very weird, just out of place.
There's
Like, and I
also
and
that,
I get having a relationship, and I get wanting to weave relationships in, but at this
and
moment, you can feel like someone wrote a good plot, and then someone came in and said, they should fuck it, and they should fuck, and then they walked away.
I'm gonna answer my question after this, but even the scene inside the Fremen girl's bar when like slides close to her and like like he sniffs her or whatever. Why did that have to be a thing?
Yeah,
You could have just as easily showed him moving into her personal space without making it sexual
yeah.
or making it weird like that, and just have him push past her and press the fucking button. Like, what's bad is everybody understood what you were doing when you made that scene. There is no other way to construe that than you did that to make her uncomfortable. And it was weird and creepy. My problem is, if you're so against it in real life, why keep putting it into fucking our entertainment? Like, it's weird in real life.
I agree. I agree because if you just take it out, like if you don't see people doing it, if you don't whatever, it's gonna be one of those things that if you ever fucking see out and about in a while, you can be like, "That's fucking weird." That don't do that. Not oh
Exactly.
shit, that was cute when fucking Desmond did that to fucking. No, I think
Exactly.
it's weird as fuck too.
And that's what brings you back to answering the question. The reason why it shows up is because at the end of the day, they want to fucking see it. They like it. I don't want to say they fetishize it, but they like, this is their whole bit. This is their whole. They want to take these characters and make them do weird things. They want to do weird stuff with the stories. They want to have these messy, complicated fucking Wattpad stories, and it's annoying because. And to be fair, to give the writers all credit, they have done an amazing job cleaning up their mess. But it just because you come in and do the best mop work in the world does not excuse the fact that you walked in and shat on my floor. Like, I don't care that the room smells like pine sol afterwards and that I can't see a lick of shit anywhere. You came in and shat on my floor in front of me. And this is the problem I have with a lot of like modern like television written by modern Hollywood. And I think it's the reason why people are so quick to dig up old properties, because we're looking for that one old property or that one group of old properties that the modern audience, the modern writer can't really fuck up. The problem is, I don't think it exists, because there is a way for you to shoehorn anything into properties nowadays. Like, they're going back as far as like trying to recreate history within these fictional timelines, i.e., the acolyte and shit like that, and the Dune, this show, to be honest, because like I said, to give all credit to the writers on the show, they're working with the material that wasn't even made by the original author of Dune. This is all extended universe stuff that was made after he died,
Mhm.
so it's already a little bit weird. But then you run this through the lens of modern entertainment, and all of a sudden you have a bunch of weird tropes that don't belong, are shoehorned in, and just constantly break your immersion. That's the biggest thing. The reason we're bitching, the reason why anybody bitches about this shit, is simple. Stop fucking up the fantasy. It's the same thing with video games nowadays, where you have too many hands in the pot. You try to overhandle things. You try to correct it here so nobody does this, and do it here so somebody can do this. It's like, stop fucking with the thing. Make a genuine product, and people will fucking come.
I agree. I think if they take out the bullshit, man, it would be a great show. But so,
Like,
your verdict.
it gets a four for me,
Okay.
because I'm tired of excusing these people for shitting on the floor. Like, you had some great moments. There are some amazing actors. It has some amazing set pieces. I'm amazed every time me and Saint watch this show. But you keep letting us down. And it's like every episode is like a fucking like an abusive girlfriend almost. Or like maybe not abusive girl, but like a nagging girlfriend or a nagging boyfriend. It's like you put up with all those weird moments of like of hardship for those few little nuggets of goodness. And like, I'm not doing that shit.
So
I got I got one more good episode in me. If they don't
okay,
turn it around, I'm gonna let it go.
okay, 6 episodes in. Let's see. Hold
Because it's
on.
good. I have to give credit where credit is due. It is good, but I'm not gonna sift through shit
I mean, shit. To be perfectly honest,
because
that that's a lot. The next episodes. Hold on. Let me double check this. What I said. It says it's only 6 episodes, but
really, like I said, I'm addicted, and I do want to see the plot play out, but I they got to do something. They got to sum it out. What's his point? Which I feel like they
uh,
have, and we're just we're in the middle of growing pains almost.
so yeah, it's 6 episodes. So we literally got to watch the last one. So
Yeah.
that so we'll see where what they're gonna do. Okay, we'll withhold judgments till next week. We'll let y'all know. But besides that, we did watch some cool ass fucking shit. And I'm gonna tell you what, we ain't watched all of the secret levels yet,
Oh, brother, but we are going to.
but the Warhammer one, yo, if I hadn't played Space Marine, that was a commercial for me to go and do it and stop what I'm doing to go play Space Marine. That's how fucking
Brother.
cool that was. But I'm gonna let Wonder tell me, because he's got the timeline in order for what we watched. I got it right here too. The Astartes, then Death Watch.
Yes. The Astartes, we found a video that synced them all together because it's cut up into five parts. It was done by I believe it's Syama Pedersen. Um, correct me in the comments below if I'm butchering that. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that. But it is one dude, one person that made basically the roadmap for the Space Marine game. Because playing the Space Marine game, having watched it all the way up through its development, and having been hooked in by Astartes first, it's clear where they got inspiration from for a lot of that stuff. Because even I played the first Space Marine 3 times through, and recently, as a matter of fact, um, and obviously Samuel Pedersen took heavy inspiration from obviously the Warhammer lore, but also that game too, especially with the plasma pistol and everything like that.
Mhm.
And obviously he made it his own thing, and he put so much love into it. But watching the all five parts of the Astartes and then having played Space Marine, yeah, they definitely took notes.
I love that, man. I mean, because you're one to let me know because I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it with Helldivers, and I see him do it with Space Marine, and I cannot wait for him to do it with Monster Hunter Wilds because I ain't gonna never not be in the loop when it comes to the Monster Hunter Wild shit because he gonna let me know every fucking patch note, every change or whatever, and I
Oh,
can't wait.
brother,
That's
same.
that
But yeah,
said, he's let me know that Saber Interactive, right? Saber Interactive,
yeah, huh?
they 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 did their homework.
Oh,
It is a
so
great
much,
game.
so much. Even with the problems that we've had with different patches, which I'm a caveman, so I like my technology to stay the same. Once I set it up, I would like it to stay the same. So live service games are like the bane of my existence because they like to touch stuff. Even having gone through all a couple different hiccups with the patches and whatnot. Actually, before I lie to you, let me look up exactly how much time I have in this game.
Shit, let
I
me see.
have 299 and a half hours in this game. So we just go ahead and round that up to 300 because
And
I'll be playing that tonight.
that's not leaving the game open and walking away. That's solid playtime. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, like I'm in this thing.
How many? Check
And
Helldivers real quick. I'm just curious.
Helldivers, I have 818.7.
Lord have mercy. That motherfucker went on multiple tours.
Oh yeah, I was at the creek, but
All right.
but yeah, like it. They are the game is Saber did their homework big time. Um, Even down to the customization. There are a couple gripes, but I think they were just time constraints.
Okay.
So nothing was super inaccurate. It was amazing. But getting back to the animations, like I said, Astartes was amazing. It set the tone. Honestly, I used to fall asleep to Astartes because I was so hyped for Space Marine. Um,
Really?
yes, absolutely. Um,
Dude,
I,
okay.
I used to listen to it like going to sleep. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Watching the Death Watch animation. Because we watched both the actual hold on. We watched the Warhammer Death Watch animation, the little cinematic, and then we watched Secret Level. And both of those were obviously most of the Space Marines in there are Primaris, so it lines up with Space Marine. But the new Secret Level was absolutely freaking nuts. Um,
It could,
for
that
for the
alone could be a whole fucking show. Like, give me a version of that and just tell me the story.
for those who don't know, it takes place years before the events of uh, Space Marine One. Demetrian Titus, the titular character for both Space Marine One and Two, uh, is a young sergeant at the time, and they are going to destroy uh, a statue of Zinch or a statue of
And,
Lord of
and
Change.
that was cool. Dragging that fucking, what was it called?
Oh, the fucking psyker, the sanctioned
Yeah,
psyker.
yeah, yeah. I'll let you go. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, they had bro, they had a fucking sanctioned psyker and a coffin that uh Titus was dragging.
I
It was
thought at
like,
first I thought it was a weapon. They were gonna get to where they need to go, and he was gonna pull out a big ass weapon.
nah, they had a psyker with them, which is fucking I love that shit. But the main character, I forget his name because it flashed in front of us. But he was basically Titus's mentor. He is for those who only play the game, he's a bulwark. Um he For those who play the tabletop or read, he's a blade guard veteran. He might even be a blade guard ancient because I saw four studs in his skull. Um, but badass. Actually, didn't even show up with a shield. He actually kicked up a piece of debris for a shield. Coolest shit ever. But what impressed me was obviously the fight, but it wasn't the fact that they looked good while doing it. Obviously, they looked good. The animators obviously did their job. But whoever put the storyboard together for this motherfucker understands Warhammer on an intrinsic level because they understood the grace and speed with which
Oh,
space marines move. Everybody talks about how, oh, they're the best of the best, they're different or whatever, but nobody really talks about how the the way they move is so specific and so like it's like a well-oiled machine, and they're so huge and covered in so much armor that it disrupts the mind. They have this thing called transhuman dread. The Space Marines do, just because they're chock full of so many different like chemicals and organs and shit like that. That they give regular people the willies because it's like a prey
oh,
animal around a predator.
been around. Okay, yeah. Got it.
Yeah,
You told me that.
yeah, and this also canonically extends to the way they move because they move in a way that regular humans cannot. And you actually get to see it when one of the cultists tries to run into the line of Astartes, uh one of which is Titus later on. He just barrels through a fucking bus or a
Dude,
small truck or whatever. Um they're wearing hundreds of pounds of ceramite, and they are wrapped up in it. Not to mention like metal and circuits and shit like that. Each of them weighs as much as an Abrams does. I'd say a Space Marine weighs as much as at the lightest in like Mark 10 armor. They might weigh a quarter of an Abrams tank, maybe.
That is fucking crazy, dude.
They are they're literally walking tanks.
That's
And
armor
they,
that they're wearing. So they when they
yeah,
sleep, they get out of their armor.
sometimes not. It depends. It is uncomfortable, but they can do it.
Okay.
Um, but the craziest part is they still move in that heavy ass armor. They still move faster than any human can, or I tell you that most humans can. There are some genetic freaks out there, but for the most part, they just move faster than humans can in all that armor, and they portrayed that perfectly with Titus's mentor because you get to see him for most of that first fight, and he is laying it down. It rem- it reminded me of the scene from Gendy Tartakovsky's Star Wars where Mace Windu is on Dantooine and he gets separated from his attack group and he basically has to like force in hand to hand this like brigade of droids
Hmm.
and he just tears them the fuck up. That is the same exact feeling I got from this. And then Titus does his main character bullshit, and we get to see exactly why he was that dude back in the day, like why how he became Captain fucking Titus. Um, we can talk about it later, but there's a very important character inside of Warhammer lore, specifically Ultramarines lore, named Cato Sicarius.
Hmm.
Cato Sicarius took over the title of captain of the I believe the second company after Titus got snatched by the Inquisition in the first game, and
Okay.
that is not a small honor. Like he was that dude, and just to wrap it up and stop fanboying all over y'all. It both of them were amazing. Number one, uh, the secret level episode was an amazing introduction for anybody into the world of Warhammer because it shows you number one what can be. It shows you the tone of Warhammer immediately, and it shows you the mechanics of how Warhammer is supposed to move. Because it's all great and fun to for me to spend hours on the wiki. I have tabs up right now. Don't at me.
And that's not to
Um,
prepare for the episode. That was just because.
no, I keep them there. Like I have the Order Reductor Tech Priest in the Blood Angels page open. So if I need to look for something, I can just go look like every time I cut on my Chrome. But anyway, um the that the secret level episode was a perfect primer for anybody visually wanting to get into Warhammer. Why do I need to get it? Why do I need Warhammer Space Marine 2? Show them that video and just let them marinate. Check up on them after a couple of hours. Otherwise, you might find them trying to make a shrine to the Emperor in the corner of their room. Um, Got to be careful of that. It can turn to heresy real quick. But you know, check on your friends. Get them Space Marine. Go play Space Marine. The Death Watch animation was much the same. I have a special place in my heart for it just because I love Monster Hunter. I've been a Monster Hunter in just about every game I played, and Death Watch is literally Monster Hunters for Space Marines. Um, it's another game if you want to learn if you want to know why you should play Space Marine or just get into Warhammer in general. Go watch Death Watch, the Death Watch animation. It's on YouTube.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't say enough about it. I don't know what else to say about it other than go watch that shit. It's amazing. Also, if you guys do have Space Marine, tell me about your favorite class so far. Mine's Vanguard because I love to be a headhunter. Played way too much Dynasty Warriors growing up, so that's my jam. But let me know what's your favorite class. Let me let me know which class you think sucks too, because
Shit.
I got quite a bit to say about Assault. Even though I love the class,
Yeah,
Lethal is
what I
ass.
think I only played the one
Sniper.
yeah, just sniper.
Oh, don't worry, we'll be getting Saint there too. Hey, and if y'all want to join, let me know. I already made a couple friends.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. Yeah, go ahead. Go hit them up on the socials. Drop the links right below as always. Yeah, we'll screen you because we sometimes we can't just be playing with everybody. We made that mistake before.
Oh,
We got burned.
absolutely.
We got burned a
But
few times. But that said, I've been looking forward to talking to you about this, man. So, Wonder and we started a show called From.
oh man,
From is a MGM Studios, aka Amazon, because Amazon bought them. Just I found this out a couple
word.
days
Okay.
ago. Yeah, Amazon owns them now. But anyway, From is a show about a town where occasionally random people are driving and then they find a tree in the road. They backtrack after seeing the tree in the road and they end up
Don't forget the crows.
and they see crows. It's called murder of crows, right?
Yeah, a murder of crows.
Yeah, to see a murder of crows. They get back and they end up in this town. And no matter how many times they leave, the roads always bring them back to this town. Turns out that when it turns nighttime, these monsters come out from we don't know where they come out from yet. We're gonna find out soon because we was like 6 episodes into a 10 episode season. But when the monsters come out at night, they trick you to try to let themselves in and then kill you once they let in. That's the premise of the show. The townspeople don't know at the moment that we're at what's going on and why things are happening the way they do. They just know that they just survive from day to day. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty good synopsis.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. It's run by a gentleman named Boyd. He's the town sheriff. He tried to keep things in line, and there's also Boyd is the sheriff of the town, and this lady named Donna. She's in charge of Colony House. We're gonna talk about that later
Yeah.
because we
Oh
both
yeah.
both fucking with some bully shit. All right. So that said, that's the gist of the show. We're starting with basically the first episode. The very first episode. The very first episode, the first night, um, a young child sees a woman that doesn't look like her grandmother
Yeah. That.
and opens the window and lets this monster in. Per the show, they have these talismans. They haven't shown us where the talismans are from, but they have these talismans that if they hang them on the door, then the monsters can't get in at night unless they're let in. That bothered
Hmm.
me so much because in a town where people are getting murdered at night by monsters who you can't let in their house, there's no way in hell a child would not know better.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
chalked
and
it up
I
to it
get
being
it
the
was
first
for the,
episode.
I get it was for the plot, but fuck, it could have been anything. It could have been something else. But okay, it is what it is. What it is. So the gist of the show so far is that, like I said, there's this town. It's got a mix of people from doctors to and we don't know what everybody does really at the moment. The show really starts with these two new cars coming to town. One has this dude who later find out he was a software developer named Jade. He's
Hmm.
the CEO, billionaire, asshole to everyone type guy, and then a family of four, husband and wife and daughter and son. They get into an accident. The fucking RV gets turned over. The little boy gets a table leg stabbed through his leg. And so his father, right? Yeah, his
Hmm.
father, Boyd, the sheriff, and Christy, the doctor, stay overnight in the RV. And this is what I mentioned this for a reason. His wife and daughter go back to town and they get taken to Colony House with Donna, and then they're separated. I'm saying that on purpose for a reason. The episode then goes on for another 30 or so fucking minutes with literally three people asking what the fuck is going on? What is going on?
Hmm.
What's going on? And all they get is, hold on a second. I'll explain later. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I'll explain later. Hold on a second. I'll explain later. When they have all the time in the fucking world. Back at Colony House, they give some kind of like, yeah, weird fucking explanation from Donna to the mother, but the daughter is separated from her mother in Colony House, just fucking walking around with people that they don't fucking know. That's weird. If
Yeah.
any real family in any fucking situation will always stick together. I mean, there's obviously gonna be some fucking um interpersonal shit going on, but when the outside world crashing in, everyone goes what's home and familiar, and in that immediate moment, you can't tell me anyone can't forgive any kind of transgressions for the moment to get over whatever the fuck weirdness is happening. Right? Is that's too hard? Does that sounds understandable?
Mm,
So again, families stick together. The reason it bothers me, we've talked about it together, they don't explain shit to anyone.
nothing.
No
What's
one
like?
gets it.
hmm,
No one gets sat down and said, "Hey, we need you to understand. We don't know why it happens. It's gonna sound crazy as fuck, but there are fucking monsters that come out at night. We don't know where they come from. We have these talismans that keep them out. You fucking saw them when you walked up. You saw the dude get shot and just stand there. You saw him, whatever. Those
Yeah.
crazy motherfuckers, we can't let them in because if they let them in, they torture and kill us and rip us to fucking shreds. I'm telling you and your daughter, who should have been sitting there with her mother, we got to be careful. We got a system in place. If you fuck up, we'll hang it up. We'll strap you to the fucking bed. But we're trying to explain this to you so we don't get there. This same conversation should have been happening back in the RV, but no, the entire time his boy is fucking telling him, no, I'll let you, I'll explain. To the point this man fucking tried to go out the fucking window.
Yep.
Why aren't you explaining anything to someone so they know not to go out of the window into the dark with these fucking monsters?
And I kept saying, I know it's because the plot needs them to be freaking out. It's like, write better. At some point, we just have to tell motherfuckers to write better. Like, come on.
Okay.
Like, if
I,
me as the armchair fucking like what would you call the armchair critic over here? Like, I
mhm.
don't do this shit, for a living. I'm just, I've watched TV and movies all my life. Come on, bro.
Sancto and Skeebert.
Yeah. I said, let's keep it. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. But yeah, it's to the point where like millennial writing has its place, right? But it's getting a little too much, especially when you have so many people who are giving top tier fucking performances. I hate his character with a growing passion every day, but
Jade.
I love Jade.
Jade is real.
I
Jade.
love Jade. He
Jade.
embodies everything about the smug thinking man and how they would react. Hell, I love Tabitha and her like she is constantly vacillating between giving up and absolute denial,
And
and I
that
love it.
I okay, you mentioned that, and but that to a degree because yeah, we found out later that fucking like they're gonna get a divorce and they had a child die, right?
Yep,
They
Thomas.
had a Thomas died in between them, and then they like they had a child. Obviously, they had all their kids, but anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Their child died. They're getting divorced. They broke their marriage. What bothers me is that their daughter is what 17. Let's say 17.
yeah, something like
But
that.
their
Yeah.
their daughter's 17 years old. So they've been together for 17 plus years. Let's say let's
Hmm.
round it up to an even 20 if they were those type of people. He has a pretty good job as a fucking roller coaster builder dude, and we they never said what type of, but they well off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You've been with someone 17 years, you're going to believe them when they tell you something. And you
Oh,
might be a
brother.
little bit skeptical, yes, but your hunch says 17 years. Okay, I need you to explain this to me better so I can understand better. Not, fuck this. No, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
It that annoyed the shit out of me because like she's gotten better. She's gotten
But
much better. But like early on, I was annoyed with the wife. I won't
but
even lie to you.
she's playing it. She's playing that, not
Yeah.
believing, not whatever. And
Yeah.
she's going a little bit bonkers too.
And but I love it though because there's a reason why. Even Trudy, which I'll admit I do have a bit of a crush on. Um,
The one that said she gonna ride him like an alabaster dragon. I looked
bro,
that up too.
I was up on her tree the moment I saw her. To be fair, um, but at the same time, she number one,
It's
she's a trash
giving
character.
hippie.
Yeah, absolutely, mean spirited hippie at that. But
Oh
once again,
yes.
she plays her character to a fucking T.
Mhm.
The same for Sarah Myers. The same for
She has
the
got a little crush on Sarah too. I ain't gonna lie, she's pretty, and like she's been playing her character well.
to the T. But I'm most impressed with the polyamorous couple. Um, because
Ellis and Fatima.
yes, because
Ella, Ella I,
they
I'm
played them
curious.
right.
I'm curious about. Okay, this. Okay, so we'll talk about so Ellis and Fatima
Hmm.
separately. Cool as fuck. Like Ellis is an artist. Ellis is Boyd's son. He has some issues with his dad. We haven't figured out what's going on, but has to deal with their mother.
Hmm.
But that he loves his girlfriend Fatima, and but they, you can tell they got some weird shit going on. It's calling the house. Actually, there's a scene when like somebody's walking to the house, and some old lady, she getting it. She was riding
Oh,
she was riding the Alabaster Dragon.
oh yeah, there was some old lady with
So
obviously old messing with some young dude in the middle where they're sleeping because they sleep in these
oh
big
shit!
common
Oh,
areas
I forgot. Let's explain. Colony House. So it got the town. The town consists of a diner and a police station, a hospital,
and a
and
couple of
houses.
residential houses.
And so people who live in the town, they live in the town, and Boyd's the sheriff of the town. In a colony house, it's a mansion that like has I don't know how many rooms it got, but not enough because there's people sleeping on the floor, sleep people or whatever, but people fucking on the and it's not make what bothers me is the fact that out of all that house, there's rooms that people don't sleep in.
Yeah.
They could have been doing that, but at the same time, I don't know how Colony House works. There's somebody, I don't know how Colony House works, but I will tell you some fucked up shit how Colony House works, and the whole fucking town as a whole. They have this fucking thing called a choosing ceremony. The fucking choosing ceremony
Oh
is they
yeah.
go down and fucking stand around this fucking rock, and if you pick the rock, you live in a town. You pick the flower, you go to Colony House. What bothered me the most is they gave a 17-year-old child a choice. Everyone has to choose. No, motherfucker. The family chooses. Or who are you to fucking say these people coming to this town? Now I get you the sheriff and I get all this fucking shit is weird and blah blah blah. But
Yep.
separating families in a town where fucking whatever, you don't know me, you don't know my daughter for a second. She could be fucking schizophrenic or whatever, and or sleepwalking in love, fucking open the doors when she sleep. You don't fucking know that shit. Maybe she like jumping out a window, opening windows while she sleep. You don't know that. But y'all, everyone gets a choice. So this fucking teensty angsty, oh, I hate my fucking parents. By all means, says she's going through some shit with their divorce or whatever. So her feelings are valid, but her
Hmm.
behavior isn't. And
No.
so this whole fucking shunning your family. Oh, I'm choosing Colony House. No, the fuck you're not choosing Colony House and going to live with fucking a house full of fucking 50 fucking strangers that could do all kinds of shit to you at night. No fucking way. And they would have had to fucking shoot me before I let my daughter fucking go do some shit
That
like that. Are you
that
fucking
was crazy
crazy?
to me. It's like fucking Donna's like, oh, she chose, bitch.
Of
If you
all
don't shut up, you're next.
and for them to be so fucking understanding about the fucking craziness that's happening around them. That's fucked up. That is
Yeah.
weird as fuck. So I did have the note, so that said, that's weird as fuck that they let this child make that kind of decision and go live in a house full of fucking strangers that she don't fucking know. Then
Also,
just one more. So just to finish out, to go full circle back to Ellis and Fatima, they're a weird polyamorous couple, adults. They may be he's their son. So I'm gonna give him 18. I'm gonna give him 19, 20. Both of them, 19, 20. He's Boyd's son. I don't know how long they've been there, but let's give him 19, 20. He's an adult. They got a polyamorous couple, and we did you a favor, and then they put a teenage girl in their bedroom, and she
yeah.
already looking at them weird. She already looking at them with eyes and shit like that. It's giving let's spice. Someone said let's spice it up, and it's weird. It's weird as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I've been saying this since the beginning. I don't know why, but they look like the stereotypical polyamorous couple that you see like is out and about or that you hear about. Like
The ones kicking
whenever
ass.
so when yeah, I didn't want to,
That's what I think of, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I
but yeah,
think they look good. They cute.
they are. But it's so coded though. It's like, but yeah, no, it's weird, and I'm kind of mad at the writers of the show for acting like it's not weird.
Mhm.
Like, stop. But other than those weird incidents, everything has been pretty good as far as my enjoyment of it. I was assuming that it was vampires because they have to be invited in or they have to be let in, but I don't know what they are. But either way, they had me hooked from the beginning.
Whatever the fuck they are, they're very weird creatures. Nothing I'm not used to ever seeing. They change. They're weird. Fake. We can't talk about them a little bit because, and we can talk about this because me and Sketch have a me and Sketch agree on this topic. In the town, they have something called the box. Okay,
Oh man,
and I wrote this down, and this down is consequences of your actions. Okay, so in a town where it's known that these monsters can't be let in, it's known that fucking you have to be inside at dark time. You have to keep your doors locked, windows nailed shut. He literally told the motherfuckers to nail their windows shut. So one, how that little girl opened the windows, but it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
well
matter.
he knew they knew that he didn't bolt the windows. That's why they were mad at him.
Okay,
Basically,
okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So on top of that, Frank, right?
yes,
Okay, so Frank, the father, I mentioned the little girl that opened the window. Her and her mother were killed, unfortunately, by one of the monsters in the thing. And so, what we do see from the monsters in that, and what happens in the box, what take it. Let's let me not go there. So, anyway, Frank is a drunk. He fucking gets drunk at the bar. He stays at the bar, but because Frank is a drunk, he didn't do the shit he's supposed to do, i.e., nail windows shut or be home to make sure his family taken care of, or he can watch his daughter. Most likely, if he was home, she would have been with him or around them or whatever. All kinds of fuck scenarios, but he wasn't fucking at home. So because he wasn't at home, they have a consequence that if you cause the death of someone else in the town, you go in the box. The box is just a fucking like old like rickety trailer, how covered trailer
yeah,
that they put someone
yeah.
in and lock the thing and leave you in overnight. You got no talisman or anything like that. So that goes back to show you. So we're going to talk about the creatures themselves. The creatures they look like mailman, milkman, fucking old lady, fucking
They look
random
like
dude.
different time periods. I saw some people from the 80s. I saw some people that looked like they
Yeah,
had
like random
attire from the
time periods
70s.
and shit like that. And
Like I saw
so
some people with modern clothing. It's crazy.
they walk up to you, and this is one thing, funny thing that they said that Kenny,
Yeah,
yeah, Kenny said
Kenny said
it.
they
They
never run.
don't, they never run. They always walk. They never run. So that was like, man, that's good to know. And and at the same time, these motherfuckers they gotta be walking like fast. Cause damn, yeah, I can run away if you ain't chasing me.
Yeah,
But it doesn't matter.
there's so many of them.
And so what happened is Frank, because he caused the death of his wife and child, because he wasn't there, because he didn't do his due diligence, he got put in the box after some old fucking funky shit because the sheriff was gonna let him go. He came back and wanted to face his consequences and shit, all of this stupid ass fucking ceremony. But anyway, he gets put in the box, and these creatures, what they do is they don't kill you. What they do is they fucking torture you alive. They rip your skin off. They open your chest cavity while you're still alive, making sure you're still alive while they're doing it. They fucking torture you and play games with your body and shit. That's what these
Here,
creatures do. And we have no reason, no understanding why they do it.
here's what's crazy. They are always tortured and mutilated, but they're always also missing meat too, because
A lot of me. So they have to be eating them too.
yeah, they mentioned in when they found Frank, it's like they didn't leave much, did they? Even though he was like He was splattered over that fucking thing.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to figure out one where the fuck these. And this is a great show. And this the name the show from where these monsters come from, where from is, what's going like. There's so many unanswered questions. Like right now,
Like
Jay's.
Victor. Victor's my biggest question because Victor is the longest living person in that town.
Yep, he Victor's got to be like he looked what 40. No, I ain't gonna say 40 because I'm 40, almost 40.
No,
He look he
Victor
look like
looks like
50,
he's in his
60.
late 50s. Yeah,
50,
he's in his
60
late
and
50s.
shit. He didn't age well, and he's apparently been there since he was a child and grew up there by himself for the longest fucking time.
What's
Him and
crazy is
yeah,
that the time period looks the way he was dressed in the flashbacks and the way the people on the ground were dressed, it looks like it's the 60s or the 70s.
yeah. So they there's so many unanswered questions. Like how one they got this map that shows like wherever everybody was driving when they showed the fuck up. All these cars in the road because they rather have someone fucking like tires go flat than fucking run and keep barreling through the night. Though he said he didn't want an RV barreling through the night, fucking killing anyone or whatever. But all kinds of shit is happening. For example, Jade and Jim, they fucking built a radio. They fucking trying to fucking trying to figure out a way. Jade, I think so far, Jade and Jim, they're making the most fucking progress. Well, I don't know. Jade, Jim, and Tabitha, Jade and Jim are doing their own thing. Jade's working on a fucking radio. Jim's
Yep.
writing down and asking the right questions. Fucking and Tabitha, she's digging a hole right now.
Yeah.
And so
And
she's trying to figure out because they realize that the power don't go anywhere. The cables don't have wires in them, but everything's still powered. That shit's crazy, man.
I think Victor and the preacher are on to something because the preacher's
Oh,
trying to
that.
figure out what Sarah's on. And
Yes. Tell them
Frank
what happened to Sarah.
so Sarah had for whatever reason she can hear voices and she has these audio um visual hallucinations. Um, one of which was like they told her to kill the boy, but like they wrote it on her skin. Like she has this episode in the middle of the diner when she's alone, and it like it appears on her skin. Um,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought she was faking it for the longest time until that fucking shit happened, man.
I knew she,
Not faking it, but just like I was curious about her attunement, and I was curious
yeah,
about how the messages. Let me tell you about how the messages were being presented. But they fucking literally carved in her arm or whatever the fuck they put in her arm, killed the
yeah.
boy.
And it was obviously a hallucination, but it wasn't like, oh, she's crazy. No, like something is affecting her because she's not the only one. And that's why I was like, okay, this makes more sense now.
Mhm.
So she concocts a plan to get at the boy, locks the mother in a
The
room and
barn.
goes back outside, yeah, and tries to kill the boy. Her brother shows up,
Oh
he
damn.
stops her, but in the process, her hand flicks out and she cuts his throat with a fucking scalpel, which you know how sharp those things are. So he's
He's
dead now.
done. He's done. So
We
sketch said he said that the third person that got there was the last person to see him alive because it was her, then her,
then
then
the
then the
preacher,
preacher, and then
and then
Christy.
yep, and
And
that
then
was it.
and after that he was dead after that.
Yep,
And then funny thing, oh no, you go tell him what because you were talking about the
the preacher
preacher.
dude. Yeah, so
So we think Sarah ran away. Go ahead.
yeah,
I'm
we
I
thought Sarah
want to say
ran
that
away.
part.
I thought and this is just my head canon. I think he followed her out there, thumped her in the head, left her somewhere, and then went back. Because there's just no way she was just wandering out there like that for a while. But anyway, he grabs her, ties her up, and has her to the basement. I thought it was gonna go some weird kind of way, just because of people are weird nowadays. But it turns out he is on the up and up. He just really wants to go home. He's trying to figure out like he's deranged. He thinks that they might be chosen. He's looking for answers just like everybody else. Um and he thinks there's some meaning to this. There's some reason why they're there. Um, they might be chosen, like a chosen people or something like that. But either way, he's trying to get to the bottom of it, and he thinks she has the answers. So she tells him that she can hear the voices and what they're saying. And in the middle of him explaining what's going, like her explaining what's going on, and him kind of laying the rules for like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. She has a fucking episode while tied up.
Mm, I almost forgot about that. And she draws that picture.
Yep, and she starts drawing pictures and whatnot. And the reason we know it's real is because she tells him, is like he's like, how do we know the voices are real? How do we know that they're actually gonna, because they promise, if we kill the boy, we're gonna go home. Like, how do you know? Why do you know? And she's like, because they tell me things that they couldn't know themselves. And she's like, I want to show you something, when she has the incident, and she draws this weird picture, but it has obvious significance to him because he loses shit talking about how a bad he buried a bag when he first got here.
Yeah, they said they saw you bury it when you got here, the day you got here.
So he goes out to the outskirts where everybody else is occupied, digs up this old fucking satchel with some alcohol in it, a bloody dress shirt, and this old pack of candy. But the pack of candy had this like cartoon man on it,
Like
which
a
is,
cowboy, a space cowboy or something.
yeah, but it's like the thing she drew was like a cartoonish representation exactly of the little man on the candy bar.
It's something she couldn't possibly fucking have known.
Yeah,
So that goes to show you that what she's fucking hearing is correct. These things are something is communicating with her, and his face when he
yeah.
saw it, dude. That is that when the episode? No, the episode ended when boy got the sign. How did the last episode we watched last end?
I thought it ended when they did the jukebox, but that was not it.
Let's see. I got
We have ADD, so
yeah. We all over the place. Oh, also, let's see what I got. I got something. Blah 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 blah. Oh, okay. So the one thing we also forgot to mention about Sarah, they also told the monsters also told Sarah that she needed to one kill Jade's friend who they had brought to the town first,
yeah.
and leave the door open to the hospital, and then doing that, a nurse
And,
and Kenny's dad got
Miranda
killed.
or Melinda and Kenny's dad. Got killed.
Melinda, and Kenny. Let's respect their names. That they were killed, and we obviously Kenny's going through it. Kenny's mom, Mrs. Kenny's mom. What Mrs. Teen Miss Teen? What's Kenny's mom's name?
I don't even know. Mrs. Liu?
Miss Tran. I don't see. I don't see that. I say some shit.
No,
Kenny,
Mrs. Tian. Is it Tian Chin Liu? That was her name.
Miss
I couldn't
Lou.
remember. Yeah.
Yep, Miss Lou. Tai Chin.
Hmm.
Tai Chin Lou. I love that lady. Adore her. Adore her.
Sweet lady.
She fucking goddamn
Um,
shut fucking Jade up when and Jade was pissing me off, but at the same time I understood Jade and his reaction wouldn't be like something anyone else. It wouldn't be unimaginable. He thought it was Jade thought it was a fucking like surprise park
or like
type
a
shit.
or like a escape room or some shit. He
Escape,
thought
yeah,
it
he
was
thought it
like
was
a
like his friend Toby bought him like a fucking super crazy escape room because he had just sold his company or some shit like that. But in actuality, they actually had to fucking show. They had to show him Toby's body in order for him to believe that things were real.
yeah. That was
Oh,
rough.
oh
Also,
no! I remember how the
S-
episode ended. Go ahead, say also
Simon
first.
Simon Webster. I think that's his name. The kid who plays Ethan, the little kid in the show.
Mm-hmm.
They got the perfect little motherfucker to play that kid. That
He's pretty
kid,
spot on.
number one.
His running and crying needs some work, but he's young. He's
Yeah,
young.
but
Julie,
right.
Julie. I was like, come
But
on, kid.
his acting in most scenes is spot on, and he is adorable. The soft scenes they have with him, he plays to a fucking T.
I
Like that.
and that's I
That
think
kid's
that's another thing I mentioned about him too. I didn't like his sister Julie being as old as she is, being as mean as she was, because in my mind, I didn't have like my brother is was only a couple years younger than me, so he's not. So it wasn't like I was fucking 15 and he was 5. You know,
right.
that would be different. That's a completely kind of different relationship than me being fucking 15 and my brother's 11, or 8. Wait, no, I'm yeah. Wait, how old? How much? How many more years older? Only 5 years, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm a five. Yeah, yeah. So I'm 15 and he's 10. That's different. We grew up, but when you significantly older, then it's more of a always. I don't know why I feel like this way, and maybe I feel this way because you're significantly older than your sister, and you literally described to me earlier today how you took on that protector role.
Hmm.
So her relationship with her baby brother is crazy because, sh- yeah, you pick on her from time to time, but not the way she does it, and
Especially
so.
such a sweet kid like that. Like that kid is like literally the Gerber
Yeah,
kid.
so she was playing with him, and it just seemed out of place. Because in all honesty, too, I can see her being mad at her parents and taking it out on her parents, but not taking it out, and especially knowing the news that she know, being mad at
Yeah,
her parents, but not taking it out on fucking Ethan.
yeah. But I
So
think that's down to a writing,
yeah,
like a
yeah, and
writing
we'll see.
error.
Man, her character right now, I don't know. I really fucking feel like they're giving her this whole fucking like coming of age story in a farm
Yeah,
town, and I don't like it because she's a child and I have a daughter, and I don't and my daughter wouldn't do none of that shit. First off, she ain't going nowhere without family. I know that for sure. And so to watch them not have control, not even control doesn't sound wrong, but not have possession of their daughter, meaning that's their child. She's not
yeah.
18 years old yet. She doesn't get to make a decision. And why the
It's
fuck does
weird.
Ethan get to make a decision too? He's literally fucking 8 years old.
Yeah.
Be quiet. Come on. But anyway, we, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to this. And we literally, between now and the next episode we record, we're gonna watch the last four wait, not four. The last yeah, we got 4 episodes. The last 4 episodes, and
Word.
and then we'll get back to you on a season 1 recap. We forgot to let you mention that the way the episode ended that we saw, old fucking horny dude was fucking talking to the girl outside the fucking
Oh,
window.
that
He
motherfucker.
was leaving fucking flowers for early in the episode. Julie found some flowers. I was like, man, that's cool. People making bouquets. I get it. You got nothing else to fucking do. But then when this girl showed up with these fucking flowers, dude, man, I was like, I know he is not fucking sitting there chatting up with a goddamn fucking ghoul.
Brother, if you don't go hit up Donna,
Donna or the old girl that fucking on the couch, I know she fucking red. She
oh
all
yeah.
she gotta do is lean forward. That's another hole. Come on, dude. What are you talking about? Why are you fucking? Ain't no fucking way. And I'm not gonna say he wasn't even a looking fucking dude with all those fucking people in the house. He could have fucking at least fucking Trudy would have fucked him.
Oh bro, yes, absolutely.
Like, come on, there's people in that house you can fuck, and you want to fuck some lady that they told you can't let in the house because she literally would tear your fucking skin and bones and whatever. Get the dude. I,
Yeah.
I I hate to say it, but I can't wait for that dude to go ahead and go because he ain't needed in the show.
Oh,
And that's another
absolutely.
thing. That's another thing. We'll wrap this episode up with this show is showing us a lot. Me and Sketch talk about this shit all the time. What happened if the roles were reversed or we were suddenly whisked away into some kind of fantasy world like this? There's no fucking playing around. There's no fucking playing
Absolutely.
around, man. Like you got to protect yourself. You got to protect your family. You got to do whatever. And
You
I know
gotta think.
Sketch is family. And so I know he's gonna protect my family just like fucking he will protect anyone around. And me and him already got an unspoken rule. Like, I'll do the talking, but fucking people start dropping off. That's because I gave somebody a head nod. and we don't ask no questions. We don't do no whatever because it's gonna be
So
whatever it's gonna be whatever it need to do. Because if we having a fucking meeting and I'm like, look, man, we ain't got supplies to be doing that. Y'all seem cool. Let's
oh
chat
nah.
some more. No, 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 no. You know me. You know me. You know me. I'm not gonna do a whole lot. I'm not gonna do a whole lot. But I'm just scenario. This is one of the friendliest scenarios. Hey, y'all want to barter? Y'all, we don't got it right now. Come back in a couple months. We may have some stuff to trade. We may want some things or whatever. But right now, please move along. Oh no, we ain't. Oh, I turn around and not
Word?
even have to turn and not even have to turn around. I fucking I fucking just I raise a hand and say some. I wish you. Y'all can't see me. I'm raising my right hand right now and I'm waving. I'm like, man, I wish you hadn't said that. And all of a sudden, somebody got a fucking arrow through their fucking head because we're not fucking playing around. I know what y'all
Nah.
about. I know what
Nah.
y'all about. So we got before we even walk up on that meeting, everyone knows their place, everyone knows what they need to do, everyone knows how it goes south because you know what happens in those type of situations when you're whisked away, you're in some things that you're not supposed to be, and you're with a family unit or you create a family unit in that thing, you
You
talk
stay the
and you
fuck together.
communicate and you stay the fuck together. You are not splitting up. And so when we deal with situations, we deal with it together. To see Julie get split up from her family and that be one of the plot lines that we're following, I don't like it. As a parent, I
Mm-mm.
don't like it because that would not happen.
Yeah.
I don't
That,
care. Oh, and you could go on a whole trope like, oh, that's how. No, that it would not happen. No family in their right mind, especially as protective as Tabitha is,
yeah.
would let her
Both of
let her
them
go.
just lost a
And then
child.
the
They
town, and
almost lost Ethan.
they just lost a baby, and then they almost lost Ethan because he had a fucking a knife in it. I mean, a table leg in his leg, and then they took his fucking daughter. That town, that part of the writing isn't crazy. You could have did something else and had her run away to Colony
Yeah.
House. That would have been perfect. That would have easily. I would have been able to
Honestly,
digest that a little bit more.
what would have been better is if you'd have had some point of tension, like she doesn't want to stay, and then make her stay. Have the sheriff or whoever is kind of in charge over there kind of be a little hard on her. And the parents obviously don't have time, and that just kind of pushes her over the colony, and she just goes over there.
That would have been fine. Then you talk about the storyline where you're trying to get her back. Then you're walking up on her fucking at the Colony House and trying to give her a sweater. Those plot lines I understand. Not that because ain't no fucking way. I don't care who the fuck you are. You're not telling me that my daughter's gonna go somewhere overnight with motherfuckers after you just fucking told me that motherfucking people were getting eaten the fucking live and I witnessed this. I saw these motherfuckers outside.
Absolutely
No
not.
fucking way. Shoot me motherfucking now because I'm going to be a fucking problem. I am going to be a problem right now if you do not let me keep my family fucking together. Don't.
I'm gonna be real with you, and Saint can attest to this. I don't do well in
And
those
I
kind of
ain't gonna lie.
situations where
The minute
people
I get
get
loud,
weird.
Sketch gonna jump on them anyway.
Yeah, I don't do that. Like as soon as like we're in a serious situation like that, and there's too much confusion, I'm gonna start cutting down on confusion. I'm gonna just be real with you because I need a quiet time to think, and if you're in the way of that, you gotta go. You gotta go outside, bro.
Yeah. So I think right now. I mean, we haven't dropped Strain. We will finish Strain, but From has us hooked. I was
Oh,
talking.
bro.
Sketch literally messaged me. He's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. What kind of hooked on From? And I was like, man, I was so glad you fucking said that because I wanted to watch that. So we're gonna power through that. And to be perfectly honest, it's fast. It's fast paced. They 10 episodes.
Shit, what you doing after this?
I can get my hat twisted up right after this because
Word.
Christmas
Okay.
party on the 25th. But if that falls through, I'll let you know that in the next 15, 20 minutes. If that
Hell yeah.
falls through, then shit, I'm back for it, man. Because I need to know. Because I mean, I already know what's gonna fucking happen with the old dude because he thinking with the wrong head.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
but
But I
I
want to see how it happens.
yeah, me too. All right, so I ain't gonna lie, man. From right now, I have 6 episodes I've seen. I'm giving it a solid. Outside of my gripes, I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10 right now for me.
Actually, we're in complete agreement on that one. I'm gonna give it a
Okay,
solid eight
okay.
as well.
All right, 8 out of 10 so far. 6 episodes into the season, 8 out of 10. Obviously that's some fucked up, but it all comes together in a way outside of even with the dumb shit. So
Yeah,
y'all know the deal. Uh, please like, follow, share, subscribe. Please, in the bottom in the description of every episode is a question that normally deals with whatever we talked about on the episode, and links to our Twitch, our TikToks, whatever. Even though it's going away right now, please check out Wonder's TikTok. He's going to be having stuff. We're going to be moving stuff out. Both of us moving stuff to
to
YouTube,
YouTube
Instagram Reels.
here and possibly Lemonade as well. I've been hearing things about that. So
Oh, so Lemonade is a new thing, new.
yeah, it's affiliated with TikTok.
All right, I
Appar-
might give it. I've been
yeah,
seeing a lot of fucking ads for it.
yeah. Apparently,
Uh,
as soon as you sign up for it, it'll link your TikTok and everything. So we'll be researching that in the
yeah,
next couple of days.
we'll be dropping links, but right now the links that we do drop, please just it don't cost nothing to drop a follow, even if you ignore the notification and they go live. Just follow, don't hurt nobody.
Absolutely.
Please check out, like I said, his TikTok, my Twitch, his Twitch as well. It's all there. Thank you so much. As always, really, really appreciate you taking the time to listen this far. Us just yap and have a good old time. Thank you for fucking 44 episodes, man. We ain't got shut down yet.
So
So we appreciate y'all and we love y'all. Lucy, I know you listening. Appreciate you. You the fucking best. We're gonna I wanna
Neverland Dreams, big shout out there.
yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Yeah, I talked to her. I want to have her on here
Oh,
soon or whatever. So I'm
absolutely.
gonna get a topic together.
We got to
Um,
do a retro anime episode where,
that's even better. We
because
should
I want to
fucking
talk to her
definitely do
about
that.
Sailor Moon,
Yeah, say
because
fucking less. You hear
I
that,
know
Lucy?
she's a
You
fan.
hear that, Lucy? You're gonna be on a retro anime episode. We're gonna talk about fucking Sailor Moon. We're gonna talk about
Find Eva by
Card Captain
moonlight.
Sakura. We're gonna talk about
Ooh,
fucking
what you know about that fight card?
old school DBG. The old Dragon Ball. I'm talking about looking at panties Goku. We talking
Oh,
about
talk Boss
fucking
Rabbit Goku.
Ronin Warriors. We talking about you hear
Rolling
Lucy?
Warrior.
Get ready. All right.
Oh, it's
Thank you
coming.
so much. Again, thank y'all so much for listening. We really appreciate y'all. Check out the links as always. Like, follow, share, subscribe, and as always,
Don't forget to have fun.
take care.
Peace.